Hello, race fans. Welcome to another Race Face Drive in 5 podcast here on raceface.tv. As always, Jacob Seelman in the host's chair, joined to my left by Florida's Matthew Laprade, who we have a lot of good things to talk about from the month of February, Matthew, because you have been very, very busy, which is good as a race car driver, but you've also been very, very successful in both the Pro Truck and your Legend car. So you started the month with a race at Cordell Motor Speedway in Georgia in the Pro Truck, got a top five of that. And then, if that wasn't enough, you decided, let's go run the Legend car for 2 straight weeks at Auburndale, and decided to win 5 times in 9 races. I mean, what has the last month been like for you? Because I don't know that since we've started doing these podcasts, you've had a run quite like this. It's pretty outstanding for you.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. It was crazy though because we were just constantly racing. There was no breaks. Even on Saturday, we were practicing. It was a lot of fun though. We got to win the first night at Auburndale in the winter showdown. We won again following Thursday or Friday. And then we started the week off fresh again on Monday and we went and we got wrecked, but it was all right. We had to make our way back up and we were able to pull it off and get 3 more wins of the week.
5 wins total at Auburndale, 3 second place finishes, and then the one race to start the second week where you got wrecked. So you had 8 top 2 finishes in 9 races at Auburndale. I don't care who you are. That's a good record when you look at it. What did that do for your confidence? Because I know last year you told me there was a lot of learning that you had to do in the Legend car, but boy, this year you've come out of the box and it just looks like you've really soaked everything in and found something that you like out of that thing.
Yeah, it brought a lot of confidence to me because we knew we had a really fast car to go out there and win with. But the drivers there, they were really good and they were able to compete with me and they were able to compete with the rest of the field and they raced me clean.
Did you feel like you had a target on your back at all as you started racking up wins? I mean, all of a sudden it's like, okay, everybody's got to be gunning for me at some point.
I mean, no, not really because we had like a really slim chance to win the championship because of the first day, but we were raced pretty clean by other drivers.
Walk me through that Monday race that you did get wrecked in, because I know that one was kind of a wild moment. Was that a motivator for you when one thing doesn't go right after the success you had previously? Was that one where you're just like, okay, now we really want to go out and run well again?
Yeah, it definitely motivated me because we had a really fast car and we were starting to pull away there, but a late race caution and he really tried to, I believe he tried to drive it in, use me as a bumper, but drove it in too hard or I was farther than he thought. And he ended up clipping my left rear tire and kind of just rode over the car. And I was heating that moment, so I was like excited. I was coming back tomorrow and I was winning.
Hey, it's you know what? Sometimes that extra kick in the shorts, so to speak, is what it takes to really go out there and do a lot. Have you found enough space for all the trophies that you brought home from Florida yet?
No, we have some containers that we filled over the past few years, but we find a way to put it somewhere.
Hey, there you go. As long as you find places eventually. I know from a confidence standpoint, you said it was big. What does it mean to you just after really as rough as the kind of the middle section of last year was for you? What's it mean to be able to come out of the box like this and kind of show people, hey, we're really here to contend and be able to race for wins every single night we're at the track?
Yeah, last year was definitely a learning year because we got to race with the best kids that was out there, Max Reeves, Harvick, McMurray's kid, and they taught me a lot for driving. And then when I went in the pro truck, it taught me a lot with how you can do better on your restarts and not giving up too much room because they will use all the room you give them.
For
Like there's
sure.
no space. And so it taught me a lot, and I knew we were going to have a good car going in the year because we went and tested there and we ran consecutive fast lap times. And so I was really confident going into the first day.
Well, take me back real quick to that Cordell Pro Truck race because it was your first time in the Pro Truck for the year. Did it feel pretty much the same getting back with Daniel Webster and all your guys? Did you feel like it was kind of just getting right back on the bike compared to where you ended off last year?
Yeah, definitely was. It was been a while since I've been in the car though. So we went and tested on Thursday and then we skipped Friday because of the rain. And so we ended up going there and we sat P2 for all practice, qualified P3, went started on pole, did the invert. The car was just a tick loose, so we ended up fourth, but fourth is fourth.
Hey, it's a top five against a lot of really, I know there was a lot of really good competition there as well. And like you said, it's still a bit of a learning process at a track that you didn't have a lot. Actually, correct me if I'm wrong, was that your first time actually racing in full race conditions at Cordell?
No, we've raced the legend there
Okay.
before.
Well, so in the pro truck, I meant.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What was that like? Kind of if you compare the legend car to the pro truck, what was it like being there in such a different race car? Was the line and anything like that different compared to what you were used to?
So the line is pretty similar to the Legend, but the truck just definitely it has more pull off the corner. It feels way faster going down the straightaway. But the day is so much different because when you're there with the Legends, you have the bandos there and stuff like that. But when you're there with the truck, you have the Cars Tour there, the super late models, pro late models. It's just cool. You get to watch all that.
So, what's your upcoming schedule here now that we're getting into the month of March? Things are really starting to heat back up a little bit more. What have you got coming up on your calendar?
We don't really have anything for March anymore because this week's got canceled, but starting in April, we have 5 races, I think, in April, and Cordial in the truck, and then we have one in the Sportsman at Auburndale. That'd be my first ever race in the Sportsman, and I think we have a race with Kirby Honeycutt in the Pro Truck.
I know you're looking forward to that too. Are there any nerves getting ready to race with Kirby, knowing what he's been able to do for other drivers like you in the past, or is that just super excitement about it?
Yeah, I'm really excited, but I feel like there's definitely going to be expectations.
Hey, you just manage those one race at a time. Obviously, you've learned a lot already in the pro truck, and if there's anybody that's good at being able to teach a young driver what they need, Kirby's the guy to learn from. So
Yeah.
I know that'll be a good opportunity for you. Have you what have you got, if anything, fun going on outside the racetrack? So if you're not racing in March, what else is Matthew Laprade up to keep busy?
Been golfing a lot. I have a tournament actually this Sunday at over in Ormond Beach. It's
Okay,
gonna be fun. There's 80 kids registered for that. They're definitely really good.
big
Other than
deal.
that, yeah, I like to go surfing. We're going to Costa Rica for spring break, and that's gonna be a lot of fun.
See, now I'm jealous. If you were going to go schedule a nice vacation, you could have at least drugged the rest of us along. Before we let you go, Matthew, I know there's a lot of partners to thank for Pro Truck side and Legend Car side. Who do you need to give shout outs to?
Like to thank Jim Smith with VIP Motorsports and Chase, Daniel Webster and his whole crew with Right Foot Down Racing, and then Wade Tractor, Adrenaline Power Sports, Friends of Jacqueline Foundation, and Adrenaline, or yeah, my
We're
dad, my
excited.
mom.
Can't forget about mom and dad. That's always
Yeah,
a big thing. Matthew, always a pleasure to have you on. We're excited for you. Rest up now through the month of March. Have some fun because I know when you turn the calendar next month, it's going to get really, really busy, really, really quick.
yeah. Thank you.
That's Matthew Laprade. My name's Jacob Seelman. This has been Raceface Drive in 5. We'll see you next time on raceface.tv. And reminder, you can come here every day for all the latest in the world of motorsports.